I'm at noon, and as crazy as it's gonna sound, the goal today is to run sub 7. I feel like we can do it today. Based on what we did at box, my hamstring feels tight again, so that is an issue, but I don't think that'll be able to stop me. I think we could do maybe 695 if the start comes out, because I'm really focused on just trying to keep my hips level and smooth and just gently rise. So I feel that when my acceleration's rushed or jaggedy, we don't run as fast. When it's rushed, every step is short and I pop up. And when it's jaggedy, the steps are long, but it's like jerky. So things don't go well. That's part of the reason why I box. I was around 23:08 in the semis, because the start was very jerky. I can't really blame that onto the lane one, but lane one definitely didn't help. So if we can account for that, we can run something good today. So not only will we be able to have a start of semis, but we did the 275 with 200, we should easily be able to break 712. Let's go. Guys, I've got some bad news. There's no race today. There's no race today. I just pulled up with probably a high grade hamstring strain now. My hamstring has officially quit on me. I want to compete. I paid for the competition. I originally wasn't going to come here. I paid for travel, so I'm here now, and I can't even run. Sure, I can do it, but is it really worth seeing like a 7.5, 7.6? I wasn't even going all out. It's sad, because this meet, this specific place, Newham, is notorious for my worst races ever, really. And I originally thought, well, what could you do to make a 7.33? What could you do to the next meet to make a 7.33 look light? And it turns out what you could do is maybe pay for the meet, pay for travel when I wasn't originally going to go to the meet, warm up for the race, and then realize I can't even run. So yeah, that's where we are now. Next steps, I'm not sure. I don't know if I need more time off, or if I need what do you call it, to get back into the gym and start lifting some weights. Regardless of what I actually need, all I know is right now we're not competing. So I never really had a true hamstring injury before. Beyond today, I'd say like a hamstring strain with my 699 was quite light. I took time off from training, and that went really well. We ran 7.1, but as bucks went on, we had issues with that 7.1. So most likely I'm just going to choose to go back to the gym, and I'm probably going to choose to just almost solely work on my hamstring, or have extra days where I solely work on my hamstring, because I was not expecting this, did not see this coming. This kind of felt very similar to what happened with my form in July, August, where I had another knee injury. Then my form changed. The only difference is there's no form change today. They're just injury. Am I gonna run today? I don't think so. I mean when I say that, like, I'm not gonna say this and then maybe skip the first round and try the second round. I don't think I'll be running. That is pretty much it. I guess we're gonna be back in the gym. We're not gonna be back to the track for a while though, it seems. Chances are the next time I even touch a track will be at my race, BFTTA, saying I'm healthy. If I'm not healthy, then I don't know, we might have to skip it, which is a shame. But that does kind of line up very well with how I normally do March, which is we don't compete in March. I give my body time to rest in March. But we might actually end up skipping it, and if we don't, we'll probably just do one round now. It's pretty sad, but that's the update, I guess. I don't know what to say, really. You guys have got it, because you didn't really see much of me running. I'm gutted because I didn't really get to compete. It's over, but it's over for now. If there's one thing I learned about myself, it's I can run slow, but that won't stop me from running fast, and I can get injured, and that will not stop me from running fast either. Nothing will stop unless I lose my legs, which case obviously then I can't run fast, but I'll get some stilts and I can join the Paralympics. I will never stop. I won't stop. And this isn't even that big of a deal. So moving forwards, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the week. I don't know if I should go to the gym or skip the gym, but I know next week we're gonna get back into it. I think chances are I'm gonna start training immediately, as in for my hamstring strain, because it's not just my hamstrings, it's my adductors, and I was doing some work on my adductors this week, which is I think what flared this up to begin with, because it feels like a flare up, because the pain's gone now. I'm not going to try and run on it, that's stupid, but the pain's gone now, so there isn't much of a problem. But right now I'm going to go back onto the track, jog, stretch, and call it a day, because there's nothing else I can really do. This is a shame. I'm really sad. There is no times to give, so technically no one's correct and no one's wrong either. I guess I don't know, but yeah, we went from saying we were going to challenge my PB to not even being able to run at all. These things happen. Take it stride for stride, and we'll just come back better next time. Whilst the video is technically done, I didn't want to leave the video on a bad note. So a video reviewing the entirety of the indoor season will be coming, most likely next week. But what you're going to see for the rest of this video isn't going to be talking about how the season's gone or anything like that. I'm leaving that for the next video. It's going to be me talking about this. So I did a test at Under Armour, which I'm planning to use as a benchmark for all the training that I'm going to be doing from now up until the start of Outdoors, my first competition on the 21st of April at BFTTA Outdoors Series 1. Where the week after that, I'll be going back to do this to see if we can improve all of the scores that I've gotten. I'm not going to show you the score now, that's hidden. We're going to show that at the end of the video, and for now, we're going to go straight into the testing. So I've gone to Under Armour, as you guys saw. This is my scorecard. Got 76.84 overall, with my best one being the artificial intelligence, the tappy one, and the worst one being the endurance, the bike. Nothing's really changed here, and honestly, nothing's actually changed at all. My score from the last UA season, I believe, is slightly higher than what I did here. So even though we are slightly on the train, got a hamstring injury, things are about where they were. And my speed, most of the time I go to Under Armour, we do 2.3. But this time we did 2.29. So we were slightly faster than before. My hamstring actually acted up on one of the runs. but nothing drastic, which is actually shocking. I didn't expect to dip below 2.3. My best being 2.28, so which you've already done once, which is quite cool. The agility, there's a lot of work to be done there, which is currently 85. Actually, let's go through this one by one. So start off with artificial intelligence, that's 98. There's not much to really do there. That's pretty much max. There's not much to really look at there. The amount of points we could get from that is minimal. Then you got power, which is the jump, 75.86, quite bad, but I plan to be using my weighted vest and just doing those jumps more often so we can get better at that eventually. As long as we're with plyometrics to make that happen. Then agility, 85.82. We could probably get the agility quite easily to 90 plus. The issue just keeps slipping. I trip a lot because the floor is quite slippery and sometimes my technique's off. So we can still work on that as well. Probably gonna have to do some like the same run at some point just to practice, but that shouldn't be that hard to boost up. And you've got the speed, 81, quite high. Can I get it any higher? Marginally, but that's really just going to come down to me sprint training. So there's nothing direct that I need to focus on to get that any better. Then the strength, that's all down to the grip. The grip's it's quite high. It's quite consistent as well. Got a gripper. This is like about a week or so after the testing. Got a gripper to really work on it. Originally, I was using this one, which only goes up to 40 kilograms, but it has a wider distance between the two parts. Whilst this one goes up to 100, but it has a smaller distance. And over that time, we managed to max this out all the way to 100, and we can grip the whole thing regardless of the hands. So that's quite cool, and you can see the difference in the whole thing by the springs. These springs are wider and thinner, whilst these springs are tighter and fatter, so it's harder to pull them apart. If I focus on this one, I can just like keep repping it as many times as I want without much issues. So we have gone strong. Originally we was like doing around 30 on this, but we've managed to boost our way up, so we're already working on trying to improve that. And the final thing is the endurance, which reminds me that I did a DNA test. I never actually gave you guys the results. I'm probably going to have to do that at some point, but I struggle. There was something in the DNA test that explained that I'm bad at running long or doing anything that involves high amount of oxidation. So anything aerobic I struggle with, which is weird because I'm quite good at the 200, which is quite aerobic. But because of that, it's really hard for me to boost up the endurance. But I'm not going to stop. Lowest score, everything else, the lowest we have. Actually, most stuff is at least 80. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things of the 6 that are 80. Only 2 things that are below 80, that being power and endurance. The power is at 75, whilst the endurance is at 55. So it's a big difference. The endurance is really dragging down everything. But if we can boost that somehow, then we'll be able to do really well. What's really confusing though is I've done a lot of work on the bike over the first 3 months of my training, and we're still only at 50s. Even now, even though we've like progressed, which is really weird because we put a lot of work in. So you can only imagine what we would be at without the bike before that. So these things happened, but we got the baseline with the injury, and we got a baseline start for Under Armour, so we can go compete on 21st, and the week after that go back to Under Armour and try and get into the top 10. I'm really trying to aim for top 5. For most of the stuff, we're already in top 10 potential really. It's just the endurance really dragging us down. If we could get that to about 70, we could easily be in the top 10. So I don't really know what to do there because like I haven't been doing any endurance training, and we got the highest score ever, I believe I've ever got. So if I got the highest score ever not really working on the bike, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna like wing it essentially. There's not much I can really do and just keep it like that. But yeah, that is the indoor season, I guess. Wait for the real video when we talk about the entire thing.